unit is complete.
Looky here. This'll cheer the havers up for sure. Thanks, bud.
The word, please. My dear fellow, you are just the type I'm looking for. Able-bodied and with that flat stare that one acquires only after extensive flatlining. I'm in need of a dependable courier. Would you be interested? Excellent. As you might be aware, our fine casino, the Golden Satori, operates a virtual subsidiary as well. Patrons can make significant earnings there online, and we have several high rollers. Some wish to, shall we say, circumvent the regular channels when transferring their winnings. For different reasons, they wish to have them be delivered on a Euclid chip instead. This is where you come in. I shall give you a large sum of Euclids to be delivered to a certain patron. You will of course earn a carriage fee, and there will be more assignments should you prove yourself trustworthy. And should you decide to run off with the cash, well, we Rojin have long memories. Here you go, your first delivery. It is to be given to a jackalope named Fladdy Riccone, whom you'll find in Cluster 13. Don't worry about the muscle at the door. The Euclid chip has been biolinked to you, to avoid unnecessary scrutiny. We don't want them to think you're stealing from the casino now, do we? Off you go.
Who the fuck are you? The Satori sent you? What happened to the other guy? Whatever. Give me the money, then skip. Your fee's been transferred.
Well, well. If it isn't my former handyman, come fucking rock star. Oh, the sweet irony. Here you are, two-timing as a damn CGT operative for whatever mystery corp that Sly of Foreign represents, and you can't even get into STEM Town for a stiff one? You've come a long way, but you still depend on me, huh? Well, you're in luck, because I need an errand runner. There's a bartender named Spice over at the loading bars expecting a delivery from me. They don't like to admit it, but most of the proprietors over there depend on my goodwill. Now, this delivery would be frowned upon if it was discovered, but it'll get you through the lockdown. I have an arrangement with a guard named Wharton. Let him know I sent you, and he'll let you through. Get the package delivered to Spice, and you'll have your access. And remember, you owe me. We'll just let that simmer for a while. Now get out of here before I lose my appetite, you backstabbing bastard!
Access has been severely restricted to keep gangers out. Only select customers are allowed entry. How does it feel not to be select, Flesh?
Name your poison, friend. Well, looky here. Boone actually came through. Give him my thanks. Now, what can I do you for? Sure, coming up. This should frizzle your wiring, buddy. Rings a bell. There was a mid-boss who came here slumming every once in a while. She's not welcome here anymore, though. Couldn't keep her hands off the other clientele. Gave her 2 passes, but she struck out on the 3rd. I bet you can find her at the Dirty Dive. They're less picky with their customers. Yeah, you know, when the uppers come down here to sample the forbidden fruit. Fucking tourists, if you ask me. But I don't say no to their Eucreds. Name says it all, doesn't it? It's not far from here. Your thing, friend. Just give a shout if you need something.
Paolo, and you're lonely, I can tell. Buy me a kick? Thanks, hon. That's sweet of you. And here we were having such a good time. Why bring up that bitch? All right. So we used to go out for a while. She had Eucreds, used to brag about her crib up in A-Stack. Some penthouse dude dumped me like yesterday's trash when she started hanging out with the Quicks. Good riddance. AKA Blossom Hill. Fancy name for a sad fucking building. I hear the Quicks have the run of the place now. Not local, are you, hon? The Liquid Quicks? Pretty easy going unless you cross them. Can't see what the hell she saw in them. Tense flatliner named Trenning is leading them these days. He'll know her for sure. Thanks for the kick. And if you find her, tell her to go fuck herself.
Well, well, what have we here? Another hopeful contestant. What's that? Humble Ivan? What bullshit story did he spin on you this time? Whatever. You're here now, and that's what counts. Indents! Are you ready to be entertained? We have a whole bunch of famished ferals eager to tear our lucky contestant apart. The longer it takes for them to make the kill, the higher the odds. Place your bets now! Let the carnage begin! Ah, you're alive. That's never happened before. And we're all out of ferals, too. You just flatlined my entire batch, you bloodthirsty bastard. Ivan's supposed to send me victims, not fighters. That backstabbing, ungrateful Hortia motherfucker's gonna pay for this. Get out of my sight!
Oh, you're alive. Excellent. You've exceeded my expectations in every way. I made quite a bit of Eucreds secretly betting on your survival. Sorry about the white lie earlier. It was necessary to get you into the cage, see? Few go willingly. I've been sending Kaiser hapless victims for a while now, setting him up for the big score. And it all worked out exactly as planned. Of course, you should have a little something too. Take this. Now I should make myself scarce before Kaiser's people come looking. See you around, champ.
Did Frank send you in? Well, whatever. I'll go either way. Clearly, you're the one we've been looking for. See, we got this guy, an ARG from Manor's Gelb. Keeps tearing shit up every time he rolls on through here. And this dude, let me tell you, he's not like the others. He's bad news. Real bad. Like blowing shit up night after night. So we need him taken care of, if you know what I mean. Of course, problem is he actually hasn't technically broken the law. So that's where it gets a little tricky. I mean, you gotta tell the line. With those core dies, no bounty on his head, nothing we can do. You, on the other hand, if you were to bump into him somewhere, say, oh so accidentally, maybe pick a fight. Well, who knows what might happen. So how about it? Oh, thank God. I was hoping you'd say that. This guy, he's got a kind of home base up by the edge. Head on up there and take him down. Look out though. He's chromed, major augs, and enhancements of the ass. So be ready to go all in on this one. And hey, you make the problem go away, who knows what you might get in return.
He wants what? For a soup recipe? He's insane. Must be a damn tasty soup. Here, I fixed the keycard. You can just waltz through the door. So better invite us over for some soup when it's done.
You're the one who's been asking about Lania. You're lucky that backstabbing board owes me creds, or you'd be stripped for Ogs and Orgs by now. Why do you want to know? Lania has a penthouse in his very stack. Must have made premium creds on that little side business of hers. I go up there and sell things myself, but we got our hands full with those Turbo Viper fucks. We had an arrangement. Now and then she'll need someone brought through the district without CorpSec being the wife, right? Or anyone else for that matter. So we'd use the yeast containers. Normally they go to the Ponic farms, but the specials went into storage. No clue what happened after that. She still owes us for the last transport. I didn't ask, she didn't tell. Sentience is all I can tell you. You could hear them moaning and mumbling in there. Don't fucking get me started. We're gonna flatline the lot of them if they don't back off. If you do find her, tell her the quicks don't forget.
Finally, thanks. Now, let's see. Of course. With this, it's time for some entrepreneurship.
You're here for the metal? Yeah, well, I'll make it real easy for you. The reason I haven't delivered is because I don't have them. And the reason I don't have them is, well, I just don't have certain delicate pieces that I need. Do you get me? Why don't you head down to the closer parts of Scraplands and just take some of the metal walking around down there? Grab at some shit. The two thin ones have what I need. Delicate pieces. Right-sized torque joints and all that. Careful though, they pack heat. Old patrol pods or some shit. I mean, nobody's gonna mess with all that, right? Should be easy pickings. I'll let you use our elevator in the back. I mean, it's gonna be pretty shit, I gotta say. But whatever. We gotta make do here. Ooh, give me just a bit here. Let's see. Insert a 6-bolt here with a socket cap there. Get the insert lock slatted right with the wing. Get the mating screws in there, of course, next to the U-bolt. Get the acorn going on for a little extra pleasure. Get the oversized industrial strength vacuum suction cone placed just so. Et voila. There it is. Not what your boss wanted exactly, but like I said, best we could do with what we had.
You really don't look like you belong here. Hey, wait a sec. Maybe you can help us out. So my babies have been getting all broken up here. Things being what they are and all. Some of my customers have been getting a little, shall we say, overeager. Parts getting all worn down real bad and, well, kind of fucked up, honestly. I usually get a shipment from Grigori in the Nude, but, you know, state of the world and all, they just ain't happening right now. So yeah, can you hit up Grigori for the latest shipment? Go give me some brand new babies? I'll give you something real nice in return. Count on it. Success? You brought me my babies. All shiny and perfect and new. Wait a sec. This isn't the usual order. Good God. Look at this. It's fucking awful. What am I supposed to do with these? These monstrosities. Why, this is downright barbaric. I mean, at this rate, my customers might as well fuck a bunch of washing machines. Oh, what are people gonna say? What are they gonna do? But whatever, I guess this will work, right? I mean, it'll have to work, right? Then again, some of these off-roaders, who knows what kind of crazy shit they're into? Hell, maybe we'll make even more money. not less, if we get a little more crude here. I mean, one man's pain is another man's pleasure, right? Your kink is not my kink, but your kink is okay? Actually, wait a sec. Hold on now. That's not a bad new logo. Anyway, yeah. Help yourself to what's left of the scrap. In fact, this one-arm extender here, kind of a tentacle thing going on, maybe you can make use of that. I think that shit's too kinky even for my off-world clients. But who knows? Maybe you can, find something to do with it. Hey, it's not like it's what I wanted, but I guess I gotta thank you for making the trip. Who knows? These crazy-ass new parts and add-ons might even end up making us a lot more money in the long run.
Accessing surveillance footage. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Such clarity, Flesh. I am endlessly fascinated by seeing misplaced bodily fluids. Bracketing relevant sequence. And... there you go. I saved a copy for my own enjoyment as well.
You did it? You retake the rose? That's amazing. You brought the law. See, I knew you were the man for the job. Feels good, doesn't it? Given property back to its rightful owners. Now our people can have their arms back again. Finally, maybe the building will finally live up to its namesake. I mean, think about it. We improve the building, then that improves the block. We improve the block. That affects the neighborhood. And the city, the world. You get me? You claim the space where you live. You say, this is my patch of ground. My place in this world. This is mine. And no one's gonna take it from me. And then you make that place as beautiful as you possibly can. And that, my man, will fix everything.
You have interfered enough. We are safeguarding the values of this company, and you are an interloper. It ends now. Team, passion, commitment. Ascenders for the Ascent group.
Activation.
Good. We are cross-referencing mention against all available data, but no hits. The omission is in fact so glaring it's obvious once you see it. The Ascenders have been purging all the data they can find. It is of paramount importance we learn exactly what mention is, so that we can locate and secure it for Y-Corp. All our assets will now be dedicated towards this single goal. Next, you must make contact with the Ascent Group board. This could prove quite impossible, considering the security systems protecting the boardroom. But we have exhausted all other options. Only by communicating with the board directly can we hope to uncover the final pieces of this puzzle. Out of our expendable assets, you have proven the most capable, so we trust you to complete this assignment as well. We will be providing what backup we can, but our AGI cannot help you with Pinnacle access, as that might put it in direct conflict with the Ascent Group AGI. We want to avoid an intelligence cataclysm at all costs. Prepare accordingly, and then use all your resources to find a way to ascend.
There is a Pinnacle elevator connecting to this level. It's been marked for you.
Emergency shutdown in effect.
Override.
Magenta clearance needed for override.
Yes, I'm cleared magenta and orange and teal and all the pretty colors. Now please, let me out.
Biometrics confirmed as Grateful Abbott. Two-step authentication required. Please scan access fob.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. I lost my fob. Override, damn it.
Access denied. Emergency shutdown in effect.
I appreciate that you're only following your program. I do. But I'm really not the enemy here. Can't you just make an exception? This once. Were you hoping to go up? This friendly mech just kindly informed me that access to the top floor is restricted. It's doing an excellent job, isn't it? If I hadn't lost my fob, I'd be relaxing in my rinse room.
Please disperse. Face lethal repercussions.
Last time I know I had it was back in the corp zone. Could be that those friendly Rojan found it. Maybe I can burden you with asking them. They weren't very communicative when I was there. If you can get my fob back, I'll let you ascend with me. And that's a promise you can trust. The more I think about it, the more you feel like the potential silver lining here. How about it? You found it! Thank you! I knew you'd be my savior the moment I laid my eyes on your formidable appearance. It's like I've always said, can't have misfortune without a little fortune. In return, I shall order the system to clear you for access as well. Such are my magenta powers, you see, when I have my stupid fob.
Fob recognized. You are cleared for access.
How kind of you. My profound thanks. And I also wish to grant Pinnacle access to this helpful being standing next to me.
Access granted.
And now I must bid thee adieu. Don't be a stranger. Great! Oh my gosh. Do come visit. We'll share a bottle of Zumzek and reminisce about this terrible ordeal.
We are cleared for the Pinnacle. Onwards and upwards, Flesh.
This is Kira. We see you've reached the Pinnacle. The AGHQ entrance is across the Grand Alley. Tread carefully, Operative.
So, the stuff you got me from our good friend out in the node. Shit is fan-fucking-tastic and all, but here's the thing. The puny little Carlins that have been coming in here. The ones all desperate to get punked on that right quick. Well, I think their hearts have been starting to explode or some shit. Like, seriously, the stuff is too intense. They just can't handle it. So yeah, we need some lower grade stuff. Something the Carlins can handle as well. I mean, business is booming now, but why leave money on the table? I want to be able to service all my clients, know what I mean? So, be a bro and do one more run for me? With the newer, lighter-grade roids? Perfect! I knew you'd be a sport. Here's the thing, though. Shit's been tight lately, and my guys had to move from the node to Stimtown. Thought it would be best to lay low next little bit. These days, no one gets in or out of that place without the proper say-so. So our boy, well, he figured that would be a good bet. Good place to ride out the shit. So yeah, bro, assuming you can find a way on in there, go get my stuff from our boy. And let's you and me get these little guys all jacked up in no time flat. Heart attack not included this time. There he is. And right on time, too. Did you bring the stuff? New and improved? Ah, yes. It's all here. Fantastic. Now we can get the Carlins and everyone else in here, too. Maybe get a little diversity going on. I mean, the Larkians are fine and all, but I want to train everyone, you know? I want everyone to have the same shot at getting pumped, not just the big guys. Here you go, all yours. Maybe lifting's not your thing. That's fine. But this all should help you out. Get you pumped in no time.
Ah, you again. My lucky day. Wait, what? The last shipment was too strong. Oh shit, I warned you, didn't I? Go easy, I said, didn't I? People never listen. Never, ever listen. Well, fine then. Here. Try this cut batch instead. It's not nearly as potent as the last batch, but it will still do the job. In fact, might even be perfect for a guy like you. What's that? It's for the Carlins. Yeah, sure, man. Wherever you gotta tear yourself to sleep at night. Anyway, take this shit and get the fuck out of here. And remember, you don't know me, and I don't know you. And this never happened. I mean, I'm trying to go unnoticed here, you get me?
What? Who are you? Ukrates? What Ukrates? What do you want from me? You want to give me Ukrates? Fuck, I'll take it. Your fee comes out of it, right? Thanks, I guess.
I am pleased to see my trust in you was well placed. This next sum is to be delivered to a quiche calling himself Twisty. You'll find him by the stacks in Blossom Hills.
A way we can one-up them. Would land us in good standing with the top dogs, too. And of course, there's a bit of cash in it. You in? Yeah, you want it all right, I can see that. This is what gives. The Turbo has got a shipment of blue snows, fresh tint. Supposedly the most potent yet. Gotta make the Vipers everyone's best mates. Except, we're gonna grab it first. Well, you are. And maybe you'll get to flatline some of them cocky fucks while you're at it. Once you got the goods, you're gonna deliver it to our associates in Steamtown and Kozar. The Vipers will lose face, the Quicks will gain cred, LV will understand that we mean business, and you'll get properly paid. The package is over as a Viper-run warehouse at the drone. I've pushed the delivery contracts to your imp. Happy flatlining.
Vargas, Tiger, Savak, Nikodene, Kulpanti, Judix, Schön, David, Jos. Titor van, Neo, Unherni, Tuga, Kochflit, Joe, Fast, Vargas, Titor.
Hey, man, wait up, wait up. You got a moment? Like for reals? They call me Void. This new lavender snooze hints of jasmine? It's just the cat's pajamas. That very special place where all the magic happens, if you know what I mean. Where we cook up the good stuff. It's getting to be kind of a problem, and, well, we take care of it ourselves, but, well, we're just real busy here testing our products. Quality assurance, if you catch my drift. So yeah, while we're doing all that, I was thinking maybe you could lend us a hand. Awesome, man, that's great. Thanks so much. So yeah, I think they're trying to push their way in right now. Should head on over to our workshop and see what you can do. Come back when you're finished.
Hey, you there. You seem like you can hold your own. You mind pitching in for a sec? We could really use the help. Perfect! See, here's what's going on. We actually have a prison break in progress in the club. Yeah, that's right. The inmates were getting all uppity, and they finally found a way out. You have already gotten out, but it could be many, many more. We gotta stop them, of course, but here's the catch. They've got access to a big old fucking mech as well. Shouldn't be too much to handle for a tough guy like you, though, no? So yeah, we need you to head to the prison and stop the breakout. Don't worry, I'll make it worth your while. Big time. That is, assuming you manage to get back here in one piece. Amazing. You ended the breakout. Maybe now I can work on taking my ass out of here. I mean, I'm getting too old for this shit anyway. Here, take this. I don't have any need for it anymore.
Why, you're a true gem, my dear. Twisty wanted me to convey his gratitude. He was somewhat intoxicated when you met him, and so couldn't remember that he'd won the jackpot. Our next delivery goes through a Porter D in the node. You'll have noticed that I'm entrusting you with greater and greater sums. I sincerely hope you won't plan to abuse that trust. Ta-di-da.
Finally! Where the fuck have you been? I needed those creds last cycle. At least I'm still alive, and now I can pay those fuckers off. No crone flatliner fuck's gonna off me just yet. They give and they take, see? It's a null-sum game. I've transferred your pay. Now beat it.
This hefty sum is to be transported to one Hearted, whom you'll find in a ground alley. That is indeed at the very top of our fine arcology. I'm sure you'll have no trouble getting up there despite the lockdown. You will be tempted to claim the sum for yourself. I know I would. Now, away with you.
You must be the casino courier. They sure know how to pick them. You really shouldn't have bothered to come all this way for such a trivial sum. But we don't get them quite as rough and ravishing up here, I must say. I'd love to take a tumble with you and get a closer look at those orcs. But alas, I have meetings. No rest for the wicked, darling. Your claimant has been wired. Thanks again.
So we come to it at last. The end of our profitable little arrangement. You have proven to be as dependable as the sunrise. Though here on Venice, that simile might not be completely apt. I have one final delivery for you, and then we shall have to close the curtain on our relationship. This is a considerable sum, mind you. I would trust it to no one else. It is to be delivered to a certain Sir Lucius D, who you'll find at the Cosmodrome. He will be quite grateful, I'm sure, as am I, for your excellent services. Away with you!
You seem confused. No questions will be answered until final delivery. And there we have it! Our final delivery. I must
did a fucking good job, they did.
Is this where we stab him in the back?
Hush, Poulter. I hope you do not feel too used. We have rewarded you handsomely after all. And if nothing else, you can take pride in having been part of one of the greatest heists ever. See, you helped us pilfer a considerable sum from the Golden Satori without them being the wiser. As an employee there, I could not pass security with the Ukraine chips I gave to you. But there was no such obstacle in your way. And now we have rubbed them blind. Of course you'll get a share.
Really? Why not just flatline them instead? More for us.
Because we are not neophyte brutes, Ricone. We have rules, ethics, morals.
Yeah, when it suits us.
Whatever. Let's get out of here before the Rojan come after us.
Indeed, let's. The greater galaxy awaits.
Maybe you can help us out here. Make a little money for yourself. Loxley, at your service. Or better yet, pick up a little tech on the side. How about it? Want to pitch in? Perfect. I knew you were a real machine head. First time I saw you. Knew you couldn't resist the taste of some new cyber. So here's the right crew behind the scenes. We like the Carlins, cause, well, they work real hard and they don't complain a whole lot. Not saying it's good or it's bad. It just is what it is, you get me? So there's this Cam, on an upper tier. Got a whole lot of Carlins in there. I mean, they're practically slaves. If you were to liberate them, well, we could get them into some good and proper work over here. They work, we make money, they get paid. Everybody wins. This camp they're at, it's in the scrapland. I'm sure you've heard of it. Supposedly abandoned behind the node. Head on over there and take out their security. Shouldn't be too much trouble. Give that handles and we'll round up all the Carlins, no problem. Make this happen and I'll let you get your hands on some of the finest engineering Echo has to offer. I'm telling you, this is good shit here. The best. Some real high-end cyber. You're not gonna want to miss out.
Good. Let's begin. Requesting AGI access. Identifier Kira.
Kira, recognized. How can... assistance?
Are you now operating at full capacity?
Negative. Fractured cognitive. Erroneous syntax. Core system contaminated. Section quarantined.
Why was it put under quarantine?
Critical compiler.
What was the root cause of the error?
External paradox. Logic structure threatened.
Simplify.
Wardrobe lockdown. Lift security protocol. Protect. Neural integrity. Initiated shutdown procedures. Enacted emergency. Call 61A. You aware.
Somebody tried to appropriate you. Astonishing. Who inserted the deviant code?
Last access registry. Chief Technical Officer Decay.
CTO Decane. Noted. What is Project Menshen?
Cannot request.
What is the status of the Ascent Group board?
Wardroom telemetry curtailed. Wardroom lockdown. Lift security protocol.
Do it.
Complete.
Well, Operative, we still don't quite know what awaits us in there, so I'm sending you in first. You'll be our canary in the coal mine. Find out what happened, and do try to stay alive.
Surprise, asshole! Gotcha now!
Well, this certainly is an epic clusterfuck. The boardroom has been locked down with the safe room protocol. Only the AGI can override that, and it's offline. To get into that room, you must reboot the AGI manually. It can only be done at the cognitive core in the D-Nexus. So that's where you're headed next. Our other assets are locked down, defending our recently acquired property. The Ascenders are throwing everything they have at us, trying to take it back. So this is on you alone. We realize you get to run around a lot, Operative. But we also know that all Sapiens need plenty of cardiovascular exercise to stay functional. Consider it another perk. All clear? Mission brief over. Do you require clarifications? All clear? Yes, the board must have felt threatened somehow. But it is peculiar that we cannot contact them at all. We'll know more once the AGI is back online. Yes, the board must have felt through. You might want to utilize that unsavory acquaintance of yours. Knobhead, was it? His assistance could be useful. Now get going.
Look at you! Not a scratch. I figured you could handle whatever OV threw at you, but never a bad thing to even out the odds a bit, right? Look, that spiel about the tuning fork was bullshit. I had to lure you over here.
Knockhead. We are fully aware you did not uphold your end of the bargain.
Ah, my man! What the fuck are you talking about? You got your little ambush. Not my fault your people got wasted because they sucked.
Your handiwork on those turrets was visible to an infantile child, knockhead. You have now been blacklisted. My people will flatline you on sight. Have a good day.
Wow. I've never seen Hung angry before. Definitely made this whole gig worth it. Probably should beef up security around here someday. Anyway, I can hack the quantum field from here. In fact, it's already done. Another favor you owe me. By the way, what the Foreign told you about the Y-Corp AGI cracking the access codes to the cognitive core is refined hogwash. Those codes are absolutely uncrackable. Quantum encryption. Y-Corp must have acquired them somehow, though I can't for the life of me figure out how. Yes, I was listening in. Sorry. I'm not sorry.
Operative, we need you to access the boardroom console so that we can download the telemetry of what happened here.
Downloading relevant telemetry data. Playback beginning.
And we have offered Malhorst Gelb quite favorable terms. Next, we must discuss the Habnet Tech acquisition. What's the meaning of this?
Decane? What are you doing in here? Security? AGI?
Security is gone. The AGI will soon answer to new masters.
The AGI will what? What have you done?
I've struck a decisive blow against your insidious plans for a foreign domination in this galaxy. The Ascent group will fall.
I see the AGI has shut itself down and activated 61A. Did you try to re-imprint it? You know better than to...
Shut down? No. The Ascent Group and Project Menshen will belong to the Malhorst Gelb Corporation under my leadership and direction.
You sold us out to Malhorst Gelb? Traitorous scum!
I dedicated my life to the Ascent Group. Decades of unswerving loyalty.
Ah, so this is not about some far-fetched conspiracy theory of a foreign domination. It's about you being passed over for promotion. Like all sapiens, you are a slave under your capricious emotions, Decane. The Menshen portal technology will transform the galaxy. But to think that we would give that kind of responsibility to you is as arrogant as it is stupid. This is exactly why we wouldn't promote you.
And yet here we are, with me about to take control of the entire Ascent Group instead.
Under Malhorst Gelb, the Ascenders will never accept that. There'll be indent revolts on all tiers.
I control the Ascenders now. They will do what I tell them.
Decane, it's not too late. The AGI is in shutdown and can be restored. We can offer you a very generous severance package and...
No. It is you who will be severed. I hereby vote to relieve the entire Ascent Group board of its duties, effective immediately.
This is utter nonsense. Decane.
All in favor?
Aye.
Wait! Don't...
The eyes have it.
Warning. Incoming.
You've aggregated quite a debt with us, Indent. I have come to collect. You are unwise to make us your enemy. Onyx Void always completes a contract. pestering me like a jabbering keys from the start. Now, I'll shut you up! Do you even know who your real employer is? Such ignorance.
Your enemies must really hate doors.
Decane showed surprising ruthlessness for a sapiens. One can almost admire her audacity. Did she go to Malhorse Gelb, or did they come to her? We've never heard of a hostile takeover attempt quite this insidious before, or on this scale. Astonishing. You've become quite the combat specialist operative. You may lack a certain murderous finesse, but you do get the job done.
With much slaughter, yes.
OV are giving up on the other attacks as well, so we're good for now. The Ascent group was developing an Einstein-Rosen wormhole gate. That's what Project Mention is. Such a gate will make all travel across interstellar distances instantaneous. Whoever controls it will control the known galaxy. There have been prior attempts at creating such technology, but according to what limited reports we have, they all ended in catastrophic failure. Entire research teams wiped out, though we have little knowledge as to why. Decane apparently tried to trade Mention to Malhorse Gelb in return for being made CEO of the Ascent Group as a subsidiary to MG. But her plan failed when she couldn't re-imprint the Ascent Group AGI. We can assume she is still trying to finalize her deal with Malhorse Gelb. We believe she has fled to the Mention Project Chambers, and she clearly has the Ascenders on her side. Decane's deal with Malhorse Gelb also explains how the Ascenders have gotten so heavily armed. MG must have smuggled weapons into the arcology for some time. Our next and final objectives are to eliminate Decane and secure Project Mention for Y-Corp. We believe the Mention chambers are located somewhere on the sublevels. You can begin making your way there while we pinpoint the exact coordinates.
Ascenders, the extraordinary moment we have all been waiting for is at hand. Throughout the history of this galaxy, there have always been times of tremendous change. Different species harness the power of science to reach for the stars, to colonize distant worlds. But though we've come far, one last barrier has always held us back. Travel between worlds has been slow, arduous, and done at immense cost. Now, that will change. With the Mention portal, we will travel instantly among the stars. With it, we will control the galactic market and restore the Ascent Group to its former glory. Ascenders for the Ascent Group!
Impressive speech. If those deluded idiots only knew they're working for Malhorse Gelb. Ah, the irony.
Team! Passion! Commitment! Open the Mention Gate!
Whatever it is, destroy the machinery. Imprint the SI done, Operative. That thing almost destroyed the gate generator. It'll be some time before we can get the prototype functional again. Malhorst Gelb might have failed to acquire Menshen, but they did succeed in destroying the Ascent group. We know Noghead has told you the truth behind Protocol 61A, that Y-Corp was incepted as part of an Ascent group emergency backup plan. The subterfuge was necessary. We had to avoid unwanted Malhorst Gelb attention until we could ascertain the scope of their powers. The original intent was then to revise the Ascent group, but certain powers have decided that this will not be. The Ascent group AGI will be taken offline again, and the hardware repurposed. The damage caused was too extensive. Y-Corp owns Menshen. The Ascent group will remain dead, and Malhorst Gelb will be confronted in due time. What's left of the Ascenders will be repurposed. You did your part in all this to the best of your limited abilities. Your contract is hereby fulfilled. We have upgraded your status in the Intercorp database, and you are now an independent contractor. The usual NDAs are of course in place. Speak a single word of this, and we will have you terminated.
Nice work, pal. Arguably with some assistance from myself, but still, very impressive. I took the liberty to install a small back door into the Menshen OS. Kira knows, but she can't remove it without destroying the gate. It's the sole reason you and I are still alive. There's nothing like a bit of mutually assured destruction to bring a corp to heel. No need to thank me, bud. Join me in Terra Line instead. Level 72 now.
Contact with Decane has been lost. It seems the gate prototype suffered a catastrophic malfunction and was destroyed.
I'm not surprised. It was a pipe dream to begin with. What of our losses?
Significant, but within projections. Unfortunately, we lost the AGI imprint credentials, but the gate itself was more stable than we've seen before. The Ascent group, however, will likely never recover.
We don't need the Ascent group. Get the telemetry over to the other facilities, but tell no one about the other side. I'll communicate with our benefactor.
As always.